everybody to the Game Warrior. My name is Jason.
I'm Jenny.
And we are counting down the top 50 games of all time. The only 50 games you will ever need to play for the rest of your life. Like, this is it. 2022 edition. So we are in the middle third. We are going from 30 to 21 in this video. We have already done 2 videos. So if you want to see our 50 to our 40s and then our 30s.
50s.
50s, 40s,
No,
40s, 30s. Oh. Ladies first on this video. Ladies first. Number 30. Number 30. I'm going to talk in an English accent this entire video. You must also.
I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it.
Anyway, for those of you who are in England, I apologize. Anyway, so.
You are welcome to make fun of our accents all you want.
There you go. That's fair. My number 30 is Mansions of Madness.
Great game.
Great game. Mansions of Madness is super fun. The app is amazing. The storytelling is awesome. Going through it and having, things like puzzles or stuff like that, game. I just think is really fun. It's really unique. I love that. The miniatures suck bad.
Suck balls.
So I really wish that would not be the case. But other than that, the game is incredibly fun. It can be really hard. We've lost before, we've won before, we've had some epic wins.
Epic games.
And it's nice because you can play it over again, the same scenario, and because it's an app-based game, different things may happen. So Mansions of Madness is my number 30.
Another game that we introduced to all our friends and got a little clunky at 4 player counts. Mm-hmm. And we've just... I'm sure we'll return to this.
So
it's been a while,
what we're
right?
saying is we're antisocial and we're just limiting all our games to 2 people from now on.
No, I just said a game on the last list, didn't I? That I said was better. The Others. The Others is actually better at higher player counts. But this was so fun. Oh, I've never not had fun with this.
I think it was on my list last year.
Yeah, let's look. Let's see. If Mansions of Madness was her 25, so it's slipping, mostly because we just haven't played it.
Yeah.
Haven't played it. All right. What's mine? I already know. I don't even have to look. This is going to surprise you, or maybe not. This is a game that we just recently did and reviewed. I'm not sure if the review's out yet. It's coming very soon. We filmed it already. It's about cooking and eating innocent little dragons.
It's this far down?
Yeah. It's too cute. Though I did just win last night. Stomped everyone. Stomped them. Kicked their butts. Flamecraft. Flamecraft. Number 1 for some people of this year. Mm-hmm. But remember, this is the top 50. To clarify that, if you haven't been watching, this is of all time. And we're including the new games from last year that we liked. We got a retail version of it. I did not back it. I tried to late pledge it, reached out to the folks, and they said, you missed the gate. And I said, could you make an exception for me? And they said, nope. So I rate the game a 1 on a scale of, just kidding. Cardboard Alchemy, really nice people. Really good people. I got it at retail. It was great. It's fun. It's cutesy. Warning, go watch the review. It's a great game. It's clever. It's got a game underneath it. Mm-hmm. Enough said. Go get yourself some Flamecraft. She's not saying anything because it's higher on her list. Okay. Number 30. Flamecraft. What's your 29?
My 29 is Dungeons & Dragons Castle Ravenloft board games. Wow. This was in your
top
around
50.
Your 50-ish.
Yeah.
So again, just a classic dungeon crawl game. One of the first ones I ever learned. I just think it's still one of the top. I think it's incredibly fun. I love it. I love the different scenarios, the different cards. I think it can get a little mechanical that you come up to this thing opens, there's a monster. You come up to this thing opens, there's a monster. So, but it can also have one of those moments where it's a holy crap moment where you made
Great
it.
cinematic moments.
Very cinematic. So, yeah. Castle Ravenloft.
Love me some Castle Ravenloft. Love me some Castle Ravenloft. All right. We have number 29. This might surprise you. I don't know. It'll surprise me a little. Number 29 is about making wine. It is viticulture. And I'm a little surprised that it's this high because while I like the game, I will say I don't think I've ever been excited about it. Excited.
Yeah.
And I have been excited about Flamecraft, but so that's a little weird. You may be wondering why it's this way, but this is what Pub Meeple told me I liked.
This is what he was told.
I do like viticulture. I think it's got some great mechanics. I love the seasons.
Yeah.
It's a good game. I would say that making wine is not my greatest theme in the world.
Sure.
But it rates very high in many people's lists of all-time games. Viticulture. What's your number 29?
My 28?
28, yes, you're ahead. Wait a minute. 28.
All right, so my 28 is a crossover, and it is Aquatica. So quite a bit higher than your Aquatica. We already talked about this, but it's just a really cool, unique game. I've never played a game quite like it. The artwork is very cool. The mechanics are cool. One that I definitely want to get out and play many more times because it's a very clever game. I've never not had fun playing this game.
Yep, I recommend Aquatica.
And it was my number 21 last year.
Wow. Everything's just dropping. Okay, this is probably higher than you would expect on my list. My number 28 is The Loop.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a shock.
That it's low or high?
That it made your list.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like losing the game, but I think it was pretty cool. It was fun. It just has so much possibilities. And again, on this Pub Meeple system, you go, well, you want to play this or this, this or this. It just compares games back and forth. And there were a lot of times I'm like, yeah, I want to play The Loop. Yeah, I want to play The Loop. And so, did I like it? No.
But I want to play it.
But I want to play it. I want to play it. The Loop. It's a time traveling game it's cooperative. It's got a little tower in the middle where things come out randomly, and time breaks down, and you're battling to keep it up. It's clever. It's got fun artwork. The rules were fairly easy to learn. Jenny and I actually sat down one night and said, let's just learn this, and did it, and enjoyed it. And she's been asking me to play it a lot. Is it higher? Was it on your list yet?
Yeah.
Wow, mine's higher
44.
than you? That doesn't make any sense.
So that's interesting.
She likes it more than I do. Take it all with a grain of salt. All right. What's yours? Oh, next number? The next number we're going for is 27.
All right, my 27 is Atlantis Rising 2nd Edition.
Mine was way down.
His was way down. I love this game.
This was 10 last year, though.
Yeah, I think it's really clever. The components are amazing. So basically, you're trying to save the people of Atlantis as it's being consumed by the ocean, and you're playing certain characters that have certain powers that allow you to maybe overcome and be able to land on a piece of land that's been swamped by the sea and do certain things. So it's a very clever game. It's beautiful. So yeah,
It's fun to teach to other people.
It's fun
it
to
actually
teach.
plays well at 6 or 7 people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ramps up pretty quickly. It ratchets the tension nicely so that you're just like, I don't know how we're going to make it out of here alive. So Atlantis Rising 2nd Edition.
Yeah, great components also when the island is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. It's a great visual.
Yeah.
Yeah, great visual. Great visual. That was your number what?
That was my 27.
Okay. So now it's my 27. I don't know. I'm just starting to feel angry. Angry! In fact, I have a lot of rage.
Blood rage?
Blood rage! Why we don't play this game more often? Sitting right there, in fact. Why don't we play this game more often?
I don't know. It's a great game.
Oh, it's a great game. It's older, I guess. It's just kind of fallen by the wayside. Yeah. I keep bringing it to game night because we have some Viking friends. They're from Scandinavia, and I say, "You want to play this game?" And they haven't been played it yet.
It's a great game.
No.
Really well done.
Area control, drafting, feel, thematic. The first of the trilogy by Simon and Eric M. Lang.
They play the theme very well.
Yep, very popular game, and I love me some Blood Rage. It's a fun game, great miniatures too.
Yep.
Blood Rage. All right, Jenny.
All right, we are on to number 26. I'm actually really surprised this was not higher in my list, and this is Project Elite.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was your number 7 last year.
Yeah. I love Project Elite. I love the tension. I love that it is so fast paced. You're racing against the clock. You're trying to.
It's a real time game. It's so
It's
fun.
a real time game. You're trying to slaughter aliens and at the same time search for alien gear or weapons. You're trying to make it to an objective and make it all the way back. I mean, if you've seen the movie, like any movie you can think of where you're like on the edge of your seat, that's how this game makes you feel. We play this game standing up because I can't imagine playing this game sitting down. We all stand around a kitchen island because you are just moving, rolling, going. So the way that they've designed this game is absolutely amazing. It makes you feel anxious and like your heart is pounding by the end of each round.
And you're rolling dice.
And you're rolling dice like crazy.
And it teaches you to roll dice in the correct way. So for instance, you wouldn't go like that because then your damn dice would roll across the table and you'd be chasing them down. You got to learn to go boom, boom, right in front of you.
Yeah, you're trying to roll as quickly
fast
as you can, but you also, as you roll, you may roll a face that allows the aliens to move.
It's so great.
Aliens are moving,
you get the little red thing, move an alien, and you're screaming across the table, move an alien, and you move an alien, and yeah, play this game. Play this game.
It's absolute chaos. It's exactly how you would expect fighting aliens might feel like. And again, another game where they have found mechanics to ratchet the tension perfectly.
Fantastic game. We have introduced it. Everyone we've introduced it to has said, "Whoa, that was great."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an original game by someone else, and Simon remade it with great miniatures. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Kickstarter, so we've just got the retail version. So we're missing all the extra stuff that comes with it. But the base game, we've loved it. Yeah. Just loved it. Go get Project Elite. Go get it right now.
Turn this video off. Go.
Okay. That was your number 26. Yes. My 26 is a crossover, and we've talked about it already before. And we might just have to say that for the rest of these games. Number 26 is Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition. Like, just a fun game. I love the app, by the way. It's so well done. If I have one complaint... No, I have 3 legitimate complaints. Otherwise, go get the game. 1, the miniatures are horrible. Terrible. 1, what a travesty. 2, it is fiddly. There's a lot of tokens. But, most games are that way. And 3, there's no campaign. So it's just each one is an episode and it's fun. That's a good thing for us. But it also, I would love a little bit of a campaign, a 4-episode campaign.
It could lend itself really well to a campaign.
It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be Sleeping Gods or Gloomhaven. But geez, I would love just a connecting. And I'll tell you why I think that. If you play the introductory scenario, right? the very first one in the main game, second edition, and you come out, and the final scene is a picture on the app of you driving madly away going, you have the evidence. You must make it to the police and break the case wide open. I'm all like, oh, what's going to happen next? Well, nothing's going to happen next. The next episode had nothing to do with it. And I thought, oh, that lent itself to me to think what's going to happen next.
Yep.
Great theme. We love the Cthulhu horror theme. It's just Mansions of Madness, second edition. Great app integration. Fantastic game. Go get it.
All right. Where are we?
27, 5, 25.
Ooh, 25. Okay.
Well, this is halfway through.
Dun, dun, dun. My 25 is, I just read it. Return to Dark Tower. We talked about this one earlier. Again, it's a revamp of a very old game that had a hilarious commercial. If you go back and watch it,
Go find it on YouTube.
go find it. But the tower, they did. When we got it, I thought, okay, this is just going to be a campy throwback. It's kind of goofy. We're going to play it once, and it's going to be like, oh, okay, like just a novelty, basically. But they did a really good job with this. The scenarios are fun. They're actually hard to win. So there's a challenge there. It's not just a goofy throwback to an old game. And so, yeah, Return to Dark Tower.
Yep. The mechanical, it might seem like it's a gimmick, but it actually works really well with the game.
Yeah, they did a good job.
You put all these skulls in the thing, and it rotates and turns, and then they open randomly. And if one of your lands is just under the avalanche of skulls, you die, or bad things happen. It's well done, but didn't capture my imagination as much as yours.
Yep.
All right, 25. What's my 25? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? This is a game I wish we played more often. I've just enjoyed every bit of it. But we just don't play it very often. It's After the Empire. It's a tower defense game. You start with these little Lincoln logs, and you build them up to stone. And the hordes are coming. It is a little similar to another game up here called The Great Wall, which I'm guessing you'll see on this list a couple more times, at least a couple times, maybe. It's a tower defense game, which means you have a little enclave and the bad guys are all coming and you're working together, but you're not working together. You're competing against each other to go out and get resources so that my farm castle is better defended than yours.
Yep.
And that's it. And it's just fun. It's got great components. I upgraded my components. It's a fun game. I do not know why we don't play it more often. After the Empire. Wait, is it you now?
Tis.
Wait, let me do my thing. Number 24.
All right, my number 24 is Lost Ruins of Arnak. This is also one we haven't pulled out for a while, but this is a super fun game. I really like all the different ways that you can just squeeze out a few more points in this game. I think it's really well done because on the surface it feels very scarce, but then you start stringing together all of these kind of combos using different parts of the board or using different cards that you have. Finally getting enough resource to just buy that card that actually extends your turn just a little bit more. So I think this game is incredibly clever. I think we both got our asses handed to us once, and so maybe that's what deflated us a little bit on this game. We were tired. It was at a gaming convention. It was late at night. Okay.
It was SaltCon, and we had played all day long. And
the brain was done.
And we were like at 11 o'clock at night, and we just taught it to someone, and they go, I want to play it again. And it was the three of us. And we're like,
just slaughtered us.
Should we do it? And we did it. And I remember literally going, my brain's not working anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think.
Yeah.
And then he just stomped us into the ground. Score. We never played since.
Yeah. But it's a very fun game. I would love to get this game out again.
Yes, and the thing about when you get your first two moves, what can you do? You can go here and you do nothing. Okay, well, I go here, you do nothing. Oh wait, you get a little shard. Okay, now what? And then to go from that to the moves you make later in the game is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
It's very cool.
All right, little Lost Ruins.
Lost Ruins.
And you're also building a deck of cards with that, and you buy the cards, and so it's kind of a deck builder. So your deck gets stronger and stronger. That was your 24.
Yes.
My number 24 is a brand new game to the list, and in fact, we just played it this weekend for the first time. It was a Christmas present to my son, and it may rise. It's quite an interesting game. It's called Carnegie, and it's a pure European game, like your worker placement, and it's got some great little mechanics, and you're building your business, and yet, because Andrew Carnegie was quite a philanthropist, the way you actually get the most points is to donate your money to wonderful causes, and so that's how you get most of your points at the end. Not all of them, but most of them. So you build this great business. I was talking to you on a walk the other night. The only thing, we haven't done a review for this, but we will, but that I don't 100% like about the game is that you kind of start in mid-business. Everyone starts in mid-business. And I would love to see a game like this back in in this time period, start from scrap. Like you're nothing. You're a scrappy kid selling papers on the street, or an orphan, and you raise up and you build an empire. I think that would be a thematically cool game to play. And I kind of had the feeling of a little bit like the oil baron movie, There Will Be Blood, with Daniel Day-Lewis. And that's, a movie about that guy got corrupted, but he did start with pretty much nothing. And build up. And I think that would be cool. This game's not like that. You start with a few departments in your store. Great little mechanics, great little timing, 20 turns. Carnegie. Yep.
Yeah, very clever game. I like how there's so much going on, but it's all weaved together really nicely. There's no part of the game that feels like it's kind of just a weird appendix to the game.
No,
so
nothing.
Everything, very, a lot going on, but it all, it pulls together.
Oh, yep. I think it's going to go up. I think that's going to rise. All right. We are going to number 23.
Okay.
What do you got?
What do you got? 23 is a surprise to me. I didn't think that this would be this high. And that is Endless Winter Paleo Americans.
Higher than I rated it.
Yeah. So, when I was going through Pub Meeple, what really kept moving this game ahead of other games is just, it's piqued my curiosity. So when it came up against another game, I was kind of like, oh, I still want to figure that game out. I'm very drawn into the game. There are elements of it that I do feel are a bit clunky, and unlike Carnegie, which I feel like it has a lot of different things going on, and it's very tight. I don't feel like this game is quite that tight. And if a certain part of the game is not right in front of me, I actually kind of forget that that's an element to the game. So, but it's intriguing. I'm super intrigued by the game. So that's why when it kept coming up, I was like, oh, it's got something to it. So
when I was talking about Carnegie and you mentioned it all tight together, I was thinking, oh, and the game that's not tight is Endless Winter.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be her next game. Same thing. There's a couple things you're doing in Endless Winter. It's all good, but it doesn't have, Carnegie is like tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. We're now my 23, an old classic, an old great game. We don't play it very often, but man, it's just a great game. What a classic. And that is Dominion. We have tons of we're just tons of the expansions. We could just play it anytime.
Yeah.
If someone set it up right now and when we're done filming this video, we'd probably play for 2 or 3 hours. I mean, it's a great classic. If you've never played it yet, go get yourself some Dominion.
Yep.
Fantastic card game that is just, you build your deck as you go. You buy cards, you put them in the deck, and then you buy them, and then your deck gets better and better, and you build up these resources to buy the gold, and then you use the gold to buy the lands, and the person with the most land wins. Oh, fantastic game. Dominion. All right, we got 2 more to go. Number 22 for you. What do you got?
Number 22 is Viticulture.
Wow.
Yeah.
You like it a little bit more than me.
I do
That
like
makes
it a little
sense.
bit more. I agree that I don't think the theme really captures me, and that's why I think it took so long for us to actually play this game. We actually played it at SaltCon for the first time, and man, it's a cool game. It's
It is.
very unique. The way that they actually took that theme and made it a game,
And the mechanics are tight, right?
are
We
tight,
were just talking
and
about
it's
that.
super impressive. It's actually, winemaking. I was like, whatever. But playing the game, I'm like, dang, they really did a good job with this. They really pulled it off. Again, it's not, you don't win by a ton of points. You're just kind of scratching out your points as you go. So it feels like you're earning every single point that you get. And it's a really well done game.
It's a classic. The Stone Cold classic. Okay. My number 22 is a crossover with something from this list, from this video. And that is Shoot 'em Up. Let's kill some aliens. Project Elite.
Wow, I thought it would be higher for you too.
I did too. Let's see, where was it last year?
12.
12, yeah. And it's just a great game. Fantastic game. Go get it.
fun.
I'm not joking. It's just absolutely fun. We even painted all our miniatures. Just love it.
Yeah.
Project Elite. Pure fun. Pure fun. Okay, we've said enough about it though. So let's go to, this is it, the last one, two, right? Number 21, the end of this list, this video.
I am shocked by this one.
Higher than you thought or lower than you thought?
Way lower.
Okay.
Shocked. And that is The Crew. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
We've played it so much though. It's just,
I
is
don't
it
know.
losing?
No, it's not losing anything. It's just, I mean, if I get going with The Crew, it's like
You
I
can
am
stay up
hooked
late.
in. I will stay up. Yeah, I will stay up late. I want to keep going. So it's like I'm like addicted to it once I start playing it.
Yeah. We played it at HeberCon this last
Yeah,
weekend.
we just played it. So I'm really surprised. I think, I don't know. A lot of the games that ended up higher than this are games that I will say have given me kind of that, again, that like holy crap moment in a game. Like, I can't believe we just pulled this off. So The Crew is so solid. I love The Crew. I will carry The Crew around with me always. It's just, it's literally an addictive game for me.
And it was your
It's
number
so much
one
fun.
last year.
It was my number one last year. I'm shocked that it's where it is, but I think my approach to the ranking this year was like,
What excited you?
yeah, what excited me, what gave me that moment of just like, so, and The Crew always gives me these exciting moments, but I don't know, that's where it is.
Okay, I'm going to wrap up the list with my 21, which is a game which is already on your list. And we've talked about it already, which is called Bloodborne, the board game.
Oh.
Really love the art, love the game. The only thing, I think I said it before, is the card system is a little confusing and not good. The rulebook isn't perfect either. But yeah, and you and I can just play that game and just go through the scenarios and and it spawns more monsters and you move around, try to get them, and you're solving the mystery of the story while avoiding getting killed.
Yep.
Yeah, great feel. Never played the video game, by the way, ever. But the feel of this board game by itself, I highly recommend it. Okay, so that wraps up this video. Any last words? Anything surprising you?
The Crew, that's my biggest surprise that was not
I'd agree with
higher.
that.
Yeah, on any given day, that would probably be easily in my top 15. So,
I guess we're going to have to fire you.
bye guys.
Bye, guys. Till next time, this has been Jason
And Jenny.
of the Game Warrior. Happy gaming.